Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's me, Can't Stop Money, and we are back inside the hyperbolic reaction chamber. And this is, guys, let's talk about something. Yes, let's touch on something real quick. So, guys, in this video, I want to have a quick little discussion with you all about the new show on the block. Yes, the new show on the block. And people say it's Goblin Slayer's replacement. Some people say it's just another show added to the schedule, and some just say, what is this shit? Yes, it is the Rising of the Shield Hero. The Rising of the Shield Hero, guys. Alright, so I've been reading through comment sections of different videos, other people's reactions, just get their opinions about the show. I've been getting a lot of mixed opinions. People say they don't like the show because it doesn't logically make sense to them, or it's just another generic isekai or anything like that. But guys, I believe wholeheartedly, right here, right now, I will tell you that this anime, the Rising of the Shield Hero, will succeed. It will succeed. And I just want to give you my opinions about it and why, and just reasons why, because it really does. It really does a good thing for first episode. So let's get into this. Anime discussion glasses on. Let's do this. Alright, so first things first, for my Overwatch people out there, mainly my Reinhardt players. Would you still play with Reinhardt if the only thing he had was a shield and that charge ability? No hammer at all? To be honest with you, I couldn't even answer that. I mean, I play with Reinhardt, but shit. You gotta get some, yeah, gotta have something for you to fight out there, right? Right. And so that's what our main character Nafumi comes in. A man, just a regular, one thing I do like, regular otaku. I love how they use words like otaku. He regular otaku. College student, second year in college. Nothing special. Just so happened to pick up a burgundy colored book about 4 heroes, and that particular female right there. That female right there. I will get to that in a second. And then boom, next thing you know, falls into the realm, hurling down to the ground, letting out one of the most epic screams of me falling to the ground I've ever seen in anime. Gotta admit, it does sound good. But besides the point, wait, before I even go any further, I should ask the main thing. I should say the main thing first. Guys, we all know that first impressions are everything, especially in anime. Episode 1 usually gives out the first impression to everybody to let you know how much of a good show it's going to be. Does it get your attention? Does it strike you to want more? Or does it seem like it's just going to be one of those generic shows? For me, it doesn't always have to be 80-foot tall, genderless, pounds of flesh titans devouring your whole family. It doesn't have to be odd fan service of green goblins digging their fingernails into a thick ass. And hell, it doesn't even have to be a shock factor of instant death. That's a story for another time. The main thing it can also have is a good story. That's the main thing we're looking for most of the time, guys. Is a great story, good story writing, nice writing. That's one of the things. Stuff that makes sense, stuff that makes you feel, makes you want to put your emotions into the characters, or just into or just suspense of what's gonna hold you up for the next episode. What you want to see with the anticipation, and that's what makes a good show, in my opinion. So now you have our 4 heroes, 3 of them with badass offensive weapons, and then you have the guy with the shield. The guy with the shield is supposedly destined to be a loser because, you know, hey, in video games, who picks just a defense character guy? You know, that's only good for one thing, defense, right? Right? He is then getting shunned Nobody wants him. He's getting disrespected because people just don't believe that defense can help out at any type of way for some reason. Hell, they even form up lines to see who's going to be in whose party. And nobody's in Naofami's line, but most of everybody's in the line of Ren, the sword guy. Because, hey, I'm not going to lie, everybody loves swords, right? I love swords. I definitely love swords. But nobody's joining Naofami. Except one person. One person. This beautiful redhead, full of youth, super hot, kawaii girl named Sophia Mine, who later on in the episode ends up being a giant fat thought. So now we have our party of two being Naofami and Sophia. You know, Sophia being the classic girl that's supposed to be ended up being his lovely girlfriend at the end of it all, right? Nope. If you're a multicolored kawaii girl in anime, you can pretty much finesse anybody. This bitch got him to buy her some expensive ass armor, treat her out to dinner, promised that, hey, you know, we may be broke now, but if we keep training, now that I got this armor, I can fight more and we can get more cash and we will get better. You will get better and we are the team. Thought. And then she does literally the worst thing a kawaii girl can do to a struggling main character at his time of need right now. Seduces him to try to get him to drink. Fails and wait for him to go to sleep and sneak into his room and steal all his shit, including the clothes that he just bought for himself, might I add. And scamper her pretty picky in the blanket looking ass over to his co-hero's room, knocks on the door, opens and runs into his arms and literally pulls that goddamn card. Oh, I don't know what came over him. He was trying to sexually assault me. I'm so innocent. I don't know what to do. He told me that the night is still young and I didn't know what to do. I promise you guys, at that moment, I wanted to wind this backhand up nice and hot and literally just be gone, thought. Naofami is then forced to appear in front of the king to discuss the issue and to further prove that her case was true. She planted her little see-through nightgown in Naofami's room, which ended up being ripped at the top, which I'm pretty sure she bought that nightgown a little bit too small and her chest ripped it itself just to prove a point. And here we are, Naofami is public enemy number one. You know, breaking taboo, breaking rules of being a hero, sexual harassing women, you know, all that. And then, that goddamn stare she did at the end, you know, when she held her eyelid down and had her tongue out like that. Oh, she set my boy. I swear I never been more provoked to hit a woman. I never been more provoked to hit a woman than that right there. Oh yeah, how can I forget? On top of that, Cockspear. My bad. I mean the spear hero. That guy, the guy with the spear. Yeah, he ended up having Naofami's clothes on. You know, the one that he bought. You know, we're just gonna pretend that this isn't a setup. You know, that the oldest one out of all the heroes, got done doing the dude with Sophia. And, they just like, we're going to set him up. We're going to take his money. We're going to take his shit. Why? Because he's the shield guy. So, yeah, I definitely hate the spear guy now. This whole case was completely filling me up with so much rage against everybody. I wanted Naofami to literally sit out there and drop every last one of them. But, of course, he can't because his attack is low. But it's just so frustrating to see, right? And that's where the good story comes in that I love so much. It makes you feel emotions for against these characters, especially so early into it though. Feeling these emotions for these characters out there, whether it's good or bad. The writers are doing the job right on the first episode, which is great. At this point, Naofami's just a lone wolf and he's just trying to get better. And nobody's out there looking out for him. He's just him by himself. Sitting there, and the one thing I love about one of the main things I love about this is, other shows, other characters, if they're forced to be with their back up against the wall, or things go south for them real quick, they don't sit. Naofami just doesn't sit there and mope around. He don't sit there and mope around, and be sad, and just hoping somebody feels sorry for him. Nah, he's like, okay, y'all want to hate me? Fine, I'm gonna give y'all somebody to hate, and he goes along with it. And I love that shit. That is badass. Nafumi also realizes what kind of messed up situation, what kind of fucked up loop he's in. See, it's all about leveling up. How do you level up? You defeat monsters. How do you defeat monsters? With offensive attacks. See, Nafumi, he only has one attack skill point for what I saw. Just one attribute point. That's it. The rest of them, sure, his defense is good. His defense will get good and will get better over in time. But see, the thing is the offense. If you can't have an offensive game, you can't defeat monsters. If you can't defeat monsters, you can't level up. If you can't level up, you cannot get better. You cannot get top ranking. You will be left in the dust. Then later on, after beating up some guys in the dark alleyway, you have this mysterious man with a top hat on. It just pretty much tells him to whisper, get his attention, and follow him into his little tent, his little mysterious tent. Inside the tent was a whole bunch of pretty much beat up looking demi-human, humans mixed with animal kind of species right there. Yeah, and pretty much asking, hey, do you want to buy a slave? Want to purchase a slave? A slave will be your companion, will be your basically like a bodyguard, or just your tool for when you go out on adventures and stuff. That would help you. And then here we have it. We had the team of Nafumi and his new demi-human slave, which is what's her name? Raphatilia? That's how you say her name, something like that. We'll get it in the next episode. Which leads us into just thinking, leading into the next episode is, we have got to see more. We have got to see Nafumi get better. And that's the anticipation, and that's the anxiousness that I'm talking about. That gets us pulled in. And I think it's a really good winner right there. So yeah, guys, there we have it. The Rise of the Shield Hero. It caught my attention. Like I said, the first episode didn't have to have all the action in the world. But it opened up a story. Being 45 minutes, it opened up a story. And it really just left me wanting to just know more. I want to know more. I want to see how Nafumi's going to get better. I want him to shut every last one. And I want him to shut every one of them haters. Every single last one of them people that sleep on him. I want him to shut them all down. Even his co-heroes. And I cannot wait to see him in action when he gets more, when that shield evolves more. And so as we saw the little skill tree, it's just like a game. We see a skill tree of the shield. And that video game aspect, it's a nice little blend of video gaming and isekai, put together, of course, and with a little bit of real worldness, So guys, if you have mixed thoughts about Rising of the Shield Hero, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I feel like it's going to be very successful if they keep it up. I wonder how many episodes it is. Maybe 12. It's probably going to end up being 12, maybe something like that, or hell, hopefully 24. But yeah, I see great things for it. I'm really going to be looking out for it, guys, as you guys will see in my reaction. So yeah, what are you guys' thoughts in the comment section? Are you guys excited for it? Do you guys do y'all don't like it? We can talk about it in the comment section. I'm interested. So you like this guy's video? Thank y'all so much. If you like it, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll be sure to see you all in my next one. Sayonara.